Jason Tatum plans to do the unexpected. Tatum has set his sights on returning to the floor this season for the Boston Celtics, despite tearing his Achilles 5 months ago in last season's playoffs. Tatum has been progressing quickly in his rehab and is sharing his progress on social media. Jason Tatum wasn't the only star player to tear his Achilles in the 2025 NBA playoffs. Tyrese Halliburton and Damian Lillard also suffered the same exact injury, but both the Indiana Pacers and the Portland Trail Blazers have already ruled their players out for the entire season. But according to ESPN reporter Shams, the Boston Celtics have not ruled Tatum out and are optimistic that he could probably return later this season.
So, Pat, you think about the three players, the three superstar players that tore their Achilles tendon in the playoffs. Damian Lillard, he's now in Portland. He's already said he's done. He's not going to play this upcoming season. The Blazers have already ruled him out for the entire season. The other player, Tyrese Halliburton, your guy, he's already been ruled out by the Pacers for the entire season. He's said himself he's out for the season. So those two guys suffered Achilles tears. They've already been ruled out. Jason Tatum, on the other hand, the Celtics have not ruled him out. I think the Celtics are cautiously optimistic. Clearly, Jason Tatum has a goal in his mind that he wants to play. Now, whether he can get there by the time we're in February, March, April, we'll see. And we'll see how that team is going to be. There's so many doctor's clearances that come into play here, Pat, as you get closer to the end. And let's say he's in March and he's feeling 100%, but the team's not really competing for anything. Do you really throw him out there? There's going to be a lot of questions. There's probably going to be 15 to 20 people in that room that are going to make that decision for Jason, with Jason Tatum, I would say.
Jason Tatum has not closed the door on a return this season. He says there's a reason why he's been training 6 days a week. Tatum also says he already marked a date on the calendar for when he wants to return.
When do you think you'll be back?
That is the million-dollar question. I think for me and my team, the doctor, the organization, the most important thing is making a full recovery.
Right.
Being back 100%, not rushing it. But I haven't said like, yo, I'm not playing this season or anything like that.
You have a goal in your mind?
I have a goal in my mind. What I will say is I'm not working out, rehabbing 6 days a week for no reason.
Yeah.
So.
Is there something in your mind that you're going to say, yep, I have a goal right now?
Absolutely. Myself, my trainer, my close friends, my mom. I told them a while ago, like I put a date on the calendar of when I will be 100% ready and able to play. Whenever that date is, it will be a home game in front of the fans in TD Garden. That is something that I have, dreamed about and envisioned.
Tatum has uploaded footage of his recovery process on his own YouTube channel, showing him already running up and down the court, as well as dunking the ball, which went viral on the internet.
Rusty is a motherfucker.
But Tatum reassures to the media that no one at the Celtics organization is pressuring him to return. It's his own personal goal.
Do you feel pressure? Are you worried about this season? Do you feel the pressure of trying to return as soon as possible?
No. No pressure. I've stated that. There's no pressure to return back any sooner than when I'm 100% healthy. No pressure from Brad, Joe, the team, the organization. The most important thing is that I'm 100% recovered and healthy whenever I do come back.
Damian Lillard, who also tore his Achilles in the same playoffs as Tatum, is also already on the floor putting up three-point shots during preseason warmups. However, Dame told media that he still feels his tendon isn't strong enough.
Where are you at health-wise?
Right now, I can do a lot of stuff. I've been running, I've been shooting. I think it's at the stage where I can do a lot, but it's tricky because you can, with this injury, what I've learned is you get to a point where you can, do a lot of these things but the tendon is not, strong enough to stand up to it like it normally would be able to, like doing basketball activities. So it's a long period of like being stuck right here where you don't want to get carried away with what you think you could be doing because it feels good doing a lot of that stuff. You just got to kind of stay in the moment. So right now, that's just where it's at. I'm able to do a lot more activity, but still, building the strength up and, getting that tendon back to taking its normal shape.
But Dame shares a piece of advice he received, a warning from his surgeons and physical therapists, and that was to not be that guy that comes back in record time.
Consistent message that they've given you.
I would say the most consistent has just been that, don't try to be the guy that does it in record time, because it takes what it takes. And usually when people return to form is because they took the proper amount of time and they didn't fall for the, I feel good, I can do it, when a lot of times you feel good and, it's still a few layers to the injury that, you got to work through. And that's, getting that force and being able to do a lot of the things that you can only know if it's working or not on a basketball court. And then to, run those types of tests and know that it's all the way right. And that usually takes a little bit longer. So I would say that's one thing they all said that they all had in common.
Now, Damian Lillard is 35 years old, far older than Tatum, who's 27, so their recovery timetables would be vastly different. But a better comparison would be Haliburton, who's 1 year younger than Tatum at 26 years old. Haliburton has already accepted the fact that he won't be playing this season.
Not being able to play this season, is there anything you've thought about that you hope to still get out of it?
Well, I think whenever you don't get to play, you get a new perspective on things. I think there's always time to learn and grow, and I think that for me this year, not being able to play, I feel like I'm going to be able to see the game in a different way, potentially see it more from a coaching perspective where I don't always see eye to eye with with our coaching staff and what they're seeing. So I look forward to being able to digest the game without playing, for a full year. I think that's going to be different for me, but I look forward to it. I think it's going to be an exciting year for our group. We got a lot of different guys coming into new roles and a lot of different guys growing in different areas. So definitely look forward to the year, what the year is going to look like.
So despite the Celtics losing core pieces from their championship team, such as Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, and Al Horford to other teams, the Celtics still plan to contend for the NBA title this season with Jaylen Brown, Anthony Simons, Derek White, and Peyton Pritchard leading the way. If the Celtics are in good playoff position, do you think Jason Tatum coming back this season is a good idea, or should the organization protect the player from himself and shut him down till next year?